My name's Bradley Brown and I'm the bass player for the Fight for Survival band.
My name is Kutcher Edwards. I'm a mutti mutti, yorta yorta, nari nari man.
My name is David Arden and I'm a Kokatha, Gunditjmara, Songman, Storyteller.
Hi, I'm Denise Hudson. I am a former student of Northland Secondary College.
Hi, I'm Daniel J. Marcus. I'm the music producer for A Fight for Survival.
Through our struggle as Aboriginal people, we've always had that fight for survival in any aspects of life, through employment, education. It's just part of our struggle of being human beings in a society that doesn't allow it.
The survival of a community, of a people that happens to be a part of this foundation of knowledge. I
got to benefit from that fight. I got to finish Year 12 at Northlands, which I didn't think I would ever do. And if it wasn't for the fight and that school and the community, I don't think I would have went as far as I did in my education.
See, the Northlands Story is just one story amongst the many. Many doesn't really explain the magnitude of disrespect that happens. If only non-Aboriginal Australia would come and enter the conversation with an Aboriginal person rather than telling what is best for us. And that's what happened.
Coming to Australia as a not white person, as a non-Aboriginal person, I found it really hard to find my place in society. And it's not till I met the mob that I really saw a piece of myself and I could connect with that and find not only my place here in Australia, but also a way for me to serve best the place that I'm now calling home.
Why don't you try to understand?
Music to the Koori mob is so important because it's part of our songline. It's how we've culturally and traditionally told stories, express how we feel, and it becomes spiritual.
For me, coming back into music again, it was perfect timing. Just like lost my mother, and it was a good healing journey for me. It was a good time to be involved with my mob again. I hadn't done music for ages, and just to come back into the Northlands community again was something that I think, the stars aligned and it helped me. It's helping me through my journey with the loss that I've suffered. So with some of the songs, like for instance, Nowhere to Go, like I could relate to that song because if I didn't have Northlands, I don't think I would have had anywhere to go.
And we started talking about the possibility of recording the tracks, before we did the show. And then we sat down and started talking about who we'd like to produce the project. We started throwing names, some names up, and then we come across Daniel J. Marcus.
One point that was really beautiful for me on the project was that we brought people from different parts of the world into the project. So we have Oscar Jimenez from Colombia helping us in the production. We had Lee Levine all the way from the States on the drums. And when I shared the stories with them, they were also part of the story. So it's the impact that has in the Koori mob, but also the impact that it has in a wider community. and that's beautiful to be part of.
This is the Deadly album. Incredible songs on it, you know, is A Place to Belong, which is Uncle Coogee Edward's song, you know, which is a beautiful reflection of the mood, the feeling and the moments of that era and that time.
I didn't know what that piece was going to be until I think Jill or Claire Land sent me it was a video of Gary Foley in a speech. As Aboriginal people, we're forever always looking for a place to belong. And so the lyric, in a sense, came easy. When the lyric was sung in the way that it was sung, changed the whole scope of the song. Yeah, but what happened that day when Denise came in is I'll remember that, and I think the people in the room will remember that for a long time.
That sentiment, that emotion, you can hear it on Uncle's voice and also on Denise. It's almost like the world is gonna end, and you're hanging in there. It was a very emotional moment in the studio. We're all gonna remember.
A place to belong. The people united will never be defeated. Thank
I sort of stepped back from music for a lot of years. I raised a family, and now they're all grown up, had the opportunity to start getting back into the music. And Dave Arden, who's my brother, approached me and with some other music ideas and said, "Cuz, would you like to play and see how you go?" And that process and that reconnection with Dave has been really important through my personal journey through this music progress. I do it for my family as well and for my country, but particularly for my kids and grandchildren who will see it later in life and say some of the messages that we deliver through our songlines.
In the present, in the future. Let's put our heads down, enjoy some humour, let's work hard to protect our mother. Let's work hard to share our cultures. Let's work hard for what's most important.
It's kind of surreal because, you know, back then we were talking about we are the children, but like I'm singing this today and I think about my own children with in that respect, and I just think, you know, they are the future, and that's what we need to listen more, I think, to our youth and take on board. They've got big ideas and, you know, they're very intelligent, and I think we need to listen a lot more.
These things about human rights and fighting for human rights and not being dictated by government policies, you know what I mean, that we can re-amend and change constitutions and policies, you know, to fit our communities, our peoples. Important is to tell this story, you know. 30 years later we're telling this story.
And I believe that towards the future and look into the future, we can see beyond the color of our skin and we can celebrate our differences. And yeah, the way I see it, sing just the one song all together.
I think people need to watch, you know, a fight for survival and interpret, give their own interpretation of what the story really is. And we can't make them come to a show, they've got to want to, yeah.